Hey everybody, Ryan Ballinger with Golf News Dad out here on my deck, fronting my backyard golf course. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're staying safe. Hope you're feeling sane. So, with the backyard golf course built a couple weeks ago, it's been a lot of fun to be out here with my kids and my wife. And when it's a little bit drier than it is today, come out here in the evenings and maybe even the afternoons and just hit balls for a little while. Either play the course or use the hitting mat and just kind of hit balls at specific pins, almost like a little mini driving range. And my son and my daughter, my son's 7, my daughter's 4, they've kind of got the golf bug a little bit, especially my son, who has grown up a whole lot in the last couple of years since I really first started taking him to the range here and there to see if he liked playing golf or liked hitting balls or liked anything about golf. And now that he seems more interested in playing golf, we had to get him a new club. We had to get him something to hit that was suitable for his size. I mean, he's 51 inches tall, he's growing by the day, he's a big kid, but he's also not nearly ready to play golf yet, especially with the course behind me, my country club, closed. I can't go play golf, I can't take him to the range, can't do all the stuff I would maybe do to get him ready to play golf. So I wanted to come up with something that could be a good solution for him as his first golf club, so to speak. And so I turned to my friends at US Kids Golf. They put on golf tournaments around the world for elite junior golfers, but they also make equipment for kids. And so I wanted to get something for him that was height appropriate, weight appropriate, the proper swing flex, something that could build confidence and wasn't too complicated while giving him something that could teach him the right way to grip the club. And fortunately, we've been able to come up with that, and I just had it shipped to our house a couple weeks ago. I wanted to tell you about the US Kids Golf Yardclub. So US Kids Golf realized somewhere along the way that kids who are just starting to take up golf, who just might show a little bit of interest in playing, they're not ready for a full set yet because they don't really know the first thing about playing golf, so giving them a whole bunch of clubs to work with might just be confusing or overwhelming. So they came up with this concept of the Yard Club, and it is a really smart idea. First of all, it's not that expensive. It's an under $70 investment, including shipping, depending on where you go. You probably get under $60. If you buy it from US Kids Direct, it's a pretty reasonable cost. It's age appropriate and height appropriate, most importantly. That's the part I like about this, that they make this in a bunch of different sizes, basically in 3-inch ranges of height. So based on how tall your kid is, that's the club that you get them. That's the yard club that you get them. So this is the one meant for 54-inch kids. Could be a boy, could be a girl, doesn't matter. My son doesn't care that what color anything is on this. He's just happy to have it and play with it. And the really nice thing about the Yard Club is that it's got a huge head. I mean, a really oversized head. It's almost, like growing up, you probably, if you're a golf enthusiast, you maybe have played with plastic clubs, or like big wiffle ball bats, like those that were so huge. The barrels were enormous, and if you just hit it, it went out your yard. It's this kind of, like, that's the equivalent for the Yard Club. It is an enormous head. I mean, it's basically got a club face bigger than a driver, it feels like. But it's fitted for your kid. It's weighted for your kid. It's not heavy at all. It's very, very nice. This guy obviously looks like a golf club, so it doesn't look like a foreign club. It works. And it being the Yard Club, it's just got a Y on it. Just, there's no numbers, there's nothing to remember. It's just, here's my golf club, come and hit it. It has a 7-iron loft on it, so you're looking in the high 20s for loft, but that gives the kid a confidence in being able to hit something other than a wedge. A wedge requires a lot of touch. It requires development. It requires learning how to hit specific ways with certain grinds, and there's a lot more to hitting a wedge, I think, than most people expect. But with a 7-iron, I mean, if I had to pick the club that I had to hit a fairway 10 times in a row to win $1,000, it'd be a 7-iron or an 8-iron, because I know what I can do with it. I've hit these clubs so many times over the years, and I think the 7-iron and 8-iron, it's almost a scoring club, it's almost a mid-iron, It's a perfect mix, just long enough that you can swing it. You don't have to kind of hunch over to deal with it. It's perfect for my son's height. He can swing it comfortably, and it goes far enough to keep him interested because he can hit it out the yard, which I think he really likes. But it also has some loft on it, so it's not just low bullets, into the fence or anything like that. It's also not so high that maybe he can't even control it and it doesn't go anywhere and maybe makes him disinterested. The other part of it is that it has a reminder grip on it. It has a teaching grip on it, so it tells your child where to put their hands so they can comfortably hold it, and they know where to put their thumb. They can put it on either side of the reminder, and then where to obviously have your thumb sit with your top hand, whether that's lefty or righty. So you can order these based on which side of the ball you're on. And he's been out in the yard hitting it. We hit like 30, 40 balls at a time, 50, 60 balls. Once we hit 100 balls, he just kept going and kept going. And it's been cool to be able to spend time with him, being able to play golf. I know a lot of you are probably playing golf indoors right now, or playing golf in your yard, just because you're home. Not necessarily even in states where you can go play a golf course, but you're just home more. And if you're looking for something to do to kill time, you can chip and putt, swing it to a net and stuff like that. But if your kid wants to do it and they don't have the equipment, or they don't have the expertise, or they don't have any kind of experience playing golf, you can get them a club like this, an oversized club like the Yard Club, help them build some confidence so that when you are able to take them to the golf course and you are able to take them to the driving range, they have something to work off of. And then as they kind of build confidence, build strength, build the ability to technically swing the club better, then you can start to diversify. You can get a traditional size club. You can get them more clubs. You can get them junior sets. There are a number of good providers, from US Kids Golf to TGA, that will sell you full sets based on height and swing skill, swing speed, with a bag, with some clubs. But to start, having a club like this is great because it feels like a real golf club. It works like a real golf club. And it's going to let your kid feel like they're playing golf with you. And right now, that kind of camaraderie, that kind of familiar feeling, that's going to be something that hopefully instills the love of golf in them for as long as they can play this game, which is the rest of their life. So if you're looking to start your kids out early, take a look at this club, give it a try. And I would love to hear from you what you're doing with your kids right now. If you're getting them involved in the game, previously involved already. But I would love to hear from you what you're doing with your kids to try to play golf during these interesting times. So I'm Ryan Balgi saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.